Hey friends, we are back from Japan. I know Japan, the food was so awesome and I love the tea. We went to visit the artist Shigeru Miyamoto. He is not just an artist, he's also a video game designer. He's a producer and a game director at Nintendo. I know, right? He has produced some of the most acclaimed games like Mario, Legend of Zelda, and Donkey Kong. And he was born in Japan in 1952, and he is currently 68 years old. When he began his career in art, he actually wanted to be a manga artist until he started developing an interest in video games. How awesome is that? In 2019, he received an award called the Japan's Person of Culture Merit, and this was to recognize his contributions towards Japan's video game industry. How super cool is that? Yeah. So today we're going to recreate a scene from the game Mario. We have a couple of characters that we have put in here. We have Mushroom, we have Koopa, and we have Goomba. Right? And our focus today is going to be on lines and how lines help predict or suggest movement in a piece of artwork. This is very important when he was sketching out what his characters did, where they did it, and in what timing they did, so that the video game can be put together. I'll see y'all on the drawing board. Hey friends, today we're going to create our own scene for a video game using some of the iconic characters created by Shigeru Miyamoto. And he is the creator of Super Mario, Donkey Kong, Legend of Zelda, amongst others. We're going to need the following materials: a blank sheet of paper, some pencils, so a Sharpie marker, an eraser, and something to create color. Okay, today's lesson we are focusing on lines and what those lines can do to help us create the look of movement. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and clear my board. And I'm going to start off with the character Koopa. Koopa resembles a turtle. So there's a family of Koopas. I'm going to start off with his face. So here's his top of his nose. His mouth and some teeth. Let's go ahead and do the eyes. Vertical line, curve. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and do his body. So he's got a body of a turtle. Some curved lines is going to help with the shape of his body. And he has one leg and 3 large toenails coming out. Do the other side. The other side, you only see 2 toenails, and it's also a little further back. Okay, and let's go ahead and add in his arm. So this arm is going to go way out here. Circle back to 3 parts here. And this arm is going to come out this way. And he's got a closed fist, so the knuckles are turned in. Okay, and we're going to create the little spikes on his shell, his little turtle shell. So we got 1 spike here, got 1 spike here, and part of the shell can be seen here, and 1 spike, Another part of his shell can be seen, and another spike that almost disappears. Okay, that's one. And we're going to go ahead and add in the background so that we understand where Copa sits in our drawing, in our picture. So we're going to go ahead and place a horizon line, and the horizon line is that line that divides your drawing from your sky and the earth. And that line goes all the way through your paper, across your paper. So this is going to be my sky, and this is going to be my earth, and I want him to appear that he is on grass. So I'm just going to do this. This is just a signature part that our artist has done. Shigeru Miyamoto, this is his grass, and there's like a little hill that happens here, a little shrub, and then we have our bricks that are suspended in the air. And we're going to change this in a second. We're just going to shift it up. So our bricks have 1, 2 horizontal lines. We'll do the same on this side. 1, 2 horizontal lines, and then we are staggering these vertical lines. So you have 1 vertical line here, and then they're on that side, and then we go back to 1 vertical line here, and the same happens on this side. So I'm going to shift this up. When I am done, I will add my lines that suggest movement, and so you will understand that something happened here. So this is going to do this, so it looks like it's just slightly lifted up, and there's a question mark on this box. Okay, and at the top of my box I'm going to create our little mushroom, and our mushroom looks like this. So we got a top of the head, and it's the bottom. You can make the mushroom bigger or smaller. I'm just going to do this size for reference. And then we have some dots for the top of our mushroom. Okay, and I want to add one more character. Our last character is going to come right about here, so I'm going to be doing some erasing right about here. And this character is called a Goomba. Clear some space here. And our Goomba has a curve at the bottom of his face, and his face looks like this. He's a grumpy little Goomba. One eye, 2 eyes. Okay, and he's got a teeny tiny body, and let's make that a little more oval. Okay, so our drawing is more or less complete. Now there's a few things that are missing. I'm not even sure what's happening here. So we are going to need some lines, and these are going to suggest what is happening. So before I add those lines, I'm going to go ahead and outline. and now I'm ready for my action lines. I'm going to put those action lines in pencil, and then I'm going to outline them over in my marker, my Sharpie marker. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is go to my Copa, and my Copa looks like he's stomping the floor and he's a little upset. His arms are going up and down. How do I show that there's actual movement? Your lines are going to do this. It's going to hook over. And this one's going to go all the way out and come back in. There's one, and then the other one, he's going to have a really nice dramatic line that goes, swoops up and comes down. I'm going to outline those lines. I'm going to use my fine nib marker. Turn it a little bit. And our mushroom looks like it came out of our little question mark box, our little box. So I want it to go up and around. So I'm doing a line that goes up and around. And then two lines here, so I know it popped up. And our character, the Goomba, he's sort of running away this way. He's following that direction. He's also kind of leaping. So two lines here was going to help me with the leaping process, and some lines here that he's running away from something. Alright friends, there you have it. We have 3 characters from our game. These action lines help us predict the movement or where your character is headed next. This is super important when you're designing a game or telling a story. So I'm going to go ahead and add my color. Remember, when you're adding color, you want to color in the direction of your object. This helps create form. This part is going to be a little bit darker. I'm using the same brown. I'm just pressing a little darker on this part. And our mushroom. I'm going to turn it upside down so I can do or sideways so I can do the sky. Let's use blue. Blue. And sometimes this is what I like to do. You can break your crayon in half. If you take the wrapper out, this will help you apply more color. When you break a crayon in half or in one smaller piece, you tear the wrapper off. This helps you apply color in a larger space in a shorter amount of time, especially when it is one uniform color. This will help you get to that part faster. The downside is that now you have to be really super careful when you get to your objects. So I like to do my subject matters. I like to color around my subject areas. That way I don't overlap with the colors. I can be a little bit meticulous in this part here. Paying attention to my detail, that way I don't get blue over parts that I don't want to have blue. Okay, and then if I lay my crayon down and I rub against my surface, I have now applied color a lot quicker. I'm going to turn the paper this way now. And there you have it, friends, your very own scene in your version of a Mario game inspired by the artist Shigeru Miyamoto. I think I'm going to go play some Nintendo now. What do you think? You love that. Green Crayon would love to go play some Nintendo. Awesome. Shigeru Miyamoto was born in Japan in 1952 and he is currently 68 years old. He is an artist. He is a video game designer, a producer, and a game director at Nintendo. And he has produced acclaimed games like Mario, Legend of Zelda, Donkey Kong. When he started his career, he really wanted to be a manga artist until he developed an interest in video games. And in 2019, he received the Japan's Person of Cultural Merit for recognition of his contributions towards Japan's video game industry. Super awesome. I love it. I'm going to go play. I'll see y'all friends later. Y'all be safe. Bye.